Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Here we have another speed build, and this one's a little bit shorter of a video. It's not super long, but I wanted to do a voiceover for it because I did not do a voiceover speed build for any builds this week, and I think it's been a while since I did the last one, so I wanted to do it on this one just to kind of explain my thoughts behind the creation of this one. So normally I don't really do builds like this. I don't build in Sulani very often just because I feel like you need to have a certain type of house to build there, and I don't really build these like beachy island houses very much. I like to build neighborhood houses, but I was really excited to build this one because I had the idea for it maybe a week ago when I started looking for some inspiration pictures, and I decided I would build it for today's video. So basically what I'm building is what I call a BOHO beach house. So my original idea was to create a surf house, or like a surfer's home, but obviously we don't have surfing in The Sims. We have scuba diving and jet skiing, but I thought it was pretty similar, so I tried to create it like similar to a normal traditional Sulani home, but I made it a little more, I guess, I don't know, Hawaiian-esque, with a little bit more of that American touch on it, I guess you could say. So it's not super like traditional Sulani, but it does have the touches of it in the back there, and with the roofing and stuff. And you'll notice I did use the blue windows, which I think are from Get Famous, I think. I thought they fit in really nice because I didn't want to paint the whole house blue. I kind of wanted it to be more of a light wood, a beige wood color. So I think the windows really stood out a little bit better that way. And then I wanted to keep the traditional Sulani windows in the back, because that's kind of how I was envisioning the bathroom and the bedroom looking, with some just open windows to let in some air. Also, I apologize for if I'm talking really quietly. I'll try and turn it up in the video, or if I pause a lot. I'm still currently sick. For those of you who come to my streams, I talked about it a little bit on Friday, but basically I've had a sore throat for almost a whole week now, and it gets very, very irritating because it's probably one of the worst sore throats I've had in a while, and it's lasting a long time. But sometimes when it gets bad, it prevents me from talking a whole lot, so I'm trying my best here to do this voiceover while it's not too bad, so bear with me if my voice sounds a little weird. But anyway, now I'm just decorating the front porch area. I wanted it to look very open and airy, I guess. So when I was looking up inspiration pictures for like a typical like surfer beach house in like Hawaii was where I was really looking for reference pictures, were based in Hawaii. I noticed that a lot of them had these open front porches with a lot of space to sit. So I tried to mimic that as best as I could. I just put two little chairs out there, and I think it turned out cute. I also added sand in the front, just because I wanted to add a little bit of a pathway there, but it would have been really weird to add just stone because of where this house is located. It's mostly surrounded by grass, and the pathway in front of the house, in front of like the lot, is like a beachy, like a sandy pathway. So I was trying to mimic that but make it fade into the grass that is at the edge of the lot. So I made it kind of look like as if sand from around the road had kind of blown onto the property of this house, just to create a little bit more in that front area. And then in the back here, I did a little bit more of that sand, but I did add a little bit of rock over it just to create a tiny little patio type thing with a grill. And then I wanted to add the little outdoor shower area because I feel like that's something that's very essential in like all these beach houses. And I thought it was really cute to add back there. And I didn't put much on the back porch just because it's so small and I was leaving room for the showers, but it looks nice, and it's got its little privacy barrier with the bamboo. So now that we're moving to the inside of the house, I decided to use the Country Kitchen kit for the kitchen counters because I liked the color swatches for it, and I liked having the wooden countertops, and I didn't want to use the base game wooden countertops because that just looks very industrial, I guess. And then the Sulani counters were just a little too modern for what I was really going for. So I used the blue cabinets to bring some color in to match the windows, and then I used some older appliances just to make it look like the house was very beachy, I guess. I didn't want it to look modern in any way, which that's what I kind of like about it. And I'm realizing now that I also forgot to put a smoke detector in the house, so if you move your sim into this house, because it's on the gallery for you to download, but if you move this sim into the house, if they start cooking on that stove, it's very possible that they'll start a fire right away. So if you put this house, if you download this house, make sure you add a fire detector smoke alarm in there, because I'm sorry, I forgot. And I realize I don't really put those in my houses very often anymore. It's something that I forget a lot, kind of like how a lot of people forget to put a trash can and stuff like that, which I also forgot to put a dumpster outside, so add that too. Gosh, I forgot a lot of things for this build. Anyway, I was trying to make the kitchen look a lot more homey. I was trying to put pictures on top of the fridge, but the fridge is just a weird height that they're either floating or they're like halfway in the fridge. So I just did that little wall painting and then put those little decorations on top. I had to take a breather for a couple seconds there, so I stopped the recording so you guys wouldn't even know. Anyway, that kitchen table I actually got really excited about because it kind of fit in perfectly with what I was visioning. Like, it's a little bit rustic, but it's got like the paint on it to make it look like it was created to be more homey. Like, the person who lives here maybe painted it with their friends and it was like a keepsake. When I was building this house, I was imagining that it was like this teenage or young adult girl who lives by herself, and she's like just in love with the ocean and everything with the beach, and maybe she moved away from her friends that lived in another area like Windenburg or something like that, and she kept the table as like maybe a keepsake of their friendship. And you'll notice that I add in the bedroom like that strand of like lights and pictures from the kids room stuff pack. I thought that was a good touch, and it really brought together what I was envisioning for the sim who lives here. But again, if you download this off the gallery, you can make whatever sim you want live here. It was just what I was envisioning when I was decorating and building it. I had a hard time trying to pick out a table for the living room, and I ended up using this cats and dogs one, just because it kind of fit with the beachy vibe, and it wasn't too rustic and worn down, and it wasn't too modern either. I wish that table though had plain swatches without like the black on the inside of it, because I would have rather had like a white painted top for the table, and then like maybe some like dark brown legs or like the light beige legs instead of the black, but it works. And originally when I was planning the build for this house, which you guys know I do for everyone before I actually fully build it and decorate it in a recording, I originally had that desk in the bedroom, but I realized it would fit better over in this front area of the house to give more space in the bedroom for like a chair and like just a little seating area in there instead of having the whole desk take up the whole one side of the room. So I think it looks better out here in the living room by the front window. And I also added some pet things in this house. It was decorated for probably a dog. I didn't put any cat towers or litter boxes in here. But if you wanted your sim to have a cat, I'm sure you could fit a litter box somewhere in the bathroom because there's actually a lot of space in there. You could always get rid of one of the sinks and add a litter box, and then you could always fit a cat tower in front of one of these living room windows instead of one of the chairs. I also realized I never use those flip-flop lights, and I'm pretty sure they're base game, but they look really cute in this house. Oh, and then these paintings are from Island Living, but you need to turn on the cheat bb.show hidden objects to be able to access them from build mode. And I thought they fit in really well, so I made a little gallery wall with them. And here we're gonna start on the bathroom. So this is pretty simple. I used the blue tile that came with the Country Kitchen kit, and then I used the Jungle Adventure sinks and the Parenthood tub shower combo. And originally I wanted to put these two sinks together like one little counter, but it just looked weird and it was like glitching every time you move the camera, so I just separated them. So like I said, if you wanted a cat, you could just delete one of the sinks, because really you only need one, and you could fit a litter box in there. And I didn't put a whole lot in this bathroom. I was trying to keep it simple because this build, I was trying to keep it very boho, very simple looking, not a whole lot of clutter besides the bedroom, just because the bedroom's kind of small, but the bathroom I kept it pretty simple. And now we're moving on to the bedroom. So here I used the Snowy Escape bed, and then I created a new headboard from the Dine Out wall sign platform thing. I don't know what it's called, but I like to use that a lot for making my own headboards if I don't like the headboard that comes with the bedspread color or like the bed frame. And I was really wanting to use a lot of these like tropical plants in the house, but I really couldn't fit that many of them inside because they're just so big and so wide, and so that's the only one I could really fit in the house. And if you remember from the beginning, I was trying to fit that one plant from the paranormal stuff pack, and I just couldn't get it to fit anywhere because it was just so wide. And then you'll also see that I added those little I guess they're like skateboards, the skateboard wall decorations. I had one in the kitchen and one in the bedroom. I think they're from Parenthood, but they kind of fit with the vibe I was going for this entire house. So I used two of them, different swatches of course, but I like them. It reminds me of like those Visco travel girls who live at the beach and like ride penny boards or skateboards around, stuff like that. So that was the vibe. And I did do that little accent wall in the back with the turquoise paint because I thought it made the bedroom look a little more homey and lived in, and a lot more suited for a young adult who lives by herself. And now we're getting to the end of the video, so I will let you guys enjoy the screenshots. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like this video, and if you want to see some more speed builds or some other gameplay. Let me know in the comments what you enjoyed most, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.